Alrighty, I am Master Rank, and their real training begins now. I have a brand new team, supplied by Joe UX9. We went through it together, and it's really strong. It's a team that allows me to win if I just play well. So I have a dual mega option. Basically, I look and see if Scizor or a Dragonite is better into the fight. I have brung both of them on one occasion on Showdown. But it's just a very solid, strong team that leans into your skill as a player. So let's just jump right in and see if we can start making some progress through the Master Rank. Scrawl's big tournament is tomorrow, and so I did not make the progress in this game that I was hoping I would make by the time that tournament begins. So today is just about getting in some good reps. So we got Lopunny, which can fake out Basculegion, Aerodactyl, Goodra aside, this definitely looks like a Scizor game for me, and it also looks like there's nothing stopping me from leading Scizor and getting up a Swords Dance that has a high potential to win me the game. I beat Scovillain, Aerodactyl, Lopunny, and then I have Sneasler for Goodra and Incineroar. You probably saw this team doesn't actually have any strong form of speed control. It has Pelipper, but that's fairly... it can be unreliable depending on the situation. So I'm just going to go for... well, okay, we know we're bringing Basculegion in the back, but there is a question now if Incineroar is actually even any good here. Because it does provide me Fake Out, but... I think I'm going to go Pelipper, because I can hit Goodra with special damage if I end up in a bad spot. And without Pelipper, I don't have any other special damage. So I either need to KO Pelipper with Sneasler, or it's going to start putting up iron defenses, and I'm going to be relying on special damage to hurt it. Okay, so... can I fake out Lopunny? Is that... what does Scrappy do? I gotta look this up. Okay, so right now it either has Cute Charm, Klutz, or Limber. None of that matters. Scrappy, you can hit normal and fighting type. So if I'm faster than it, which I am not, then I would be able to... So okay, so this would be a good time to have Incineroar, but I'm not faster than Lopunny, so I'm going to double protect this turn to just scout the Fake Out, and then decide what to do from there. Okay, they reposition. I think that's actually better for me. Yeah, that's definitely better for me, because they're going to go for an attack here, and they probably want Tailwind. So I'm going to use this opportunity to get up a Swords Dance. Okay, there's Will-O-Wisp. But Sneasler is the one they want to Will-O-Wisp. I think I might be fine with letting them Will-O-Wisp Sneasler. I've seen 3 Pokemon, so Goodra could be in the back, but if I put up a good Pokemon advantage before Goodra arrives, then it won't matter. So if they go for dual Wing Beat, I think this is good, because if they go for dual Wing Beat this turn, I live with Sneasler, and then I will be faster than Aerodactyl, and I can double into Aerodactyl to stop their Tailwind if they try to go for that. And if they burn Scizor, I just come back to neutral with Swords Dance, because it cuts my attack in half, and then Swords Dance doubles my attack. That's great. So get the close combat, hopefully big damage, hopefully enough to KO through a burn on the next one. That is enough. So I can close combat into that slot again, even if I get burned. And I am now faster than Aerodactyl, who protected this turn, and therefore must take the double to stop their Tailwind. Now, there's another question here. Do I even care about stopping their Tailwind because I have Bullet Punch, and I'm +1 on Bullet Punch, and if I KO Rotom this turn with Bullet Punch, then Tailwind sort of becomes a non-issue. I really don't think I care about being burned at this stage, but I also just might not want to take damage. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go for the status on Aerodactyl, so I don't lower my stats again. Oh, I didn't expect him to live that. Okay, so no more Focus Sash for Aerodactyl. Oh, this is great. I would prefer a burn on Scizor now. Electro Web. Okay, that's the same thing. That doesn't matter to me. Okay, so we take down Sneasler and Aerodactyl this turn. If they had gone for a Tailwind, they would have gotten the persistent speed and not had to worry about lowering my speed. Because now I am still faster than Lopunny. So the Bullet Punch wasn't quite as strong as I expected it to be, but I think I still get out of this in the advantageous position. Because now I have the option for Tailwind if that should come up. Yes, it's not Goodra, that's good. This isn't going to stop me from KOing Aerodactyl though. And I get the chance to get a status here, which was covering for different switch-ins, which is, well, I guess if it was between Incineroar and Lopunny, then Close Combat would have been the best choice there. And this is an easy double protect and big damage Bullet Punch into Lopunny next turn. They never Tailwinded, so next turn Lopunny has to be afraid of close combat and stuff. I probably should have been proactive and attacked with someone this turn, but they both have Fake Out, so they could get whatever they wanted here. Lopunny's like, I haven't seen it before, it's got a little dance going, I like that, that's neat. So we think that Incineroar cannot... I think Incineroar cannot protect, and so if I go for Bullet Punch and Close Combat, I don't even KO Incineroar, and I lose Scizor. So I'm going to switch to Pelipper this turn and put the damage into Incineroar, because I think Scizor can win a 1v1 with Lopunny later. Citrus Berry or no? Okay, Citrus Berry. I maybe didn't need to put the damage into him at all if Pelipper is going to survive this. So I don't have access to Fake Out anymore. Yeah, see, this is what I figured was going to happen here. Now the question is, does Pelipper go down to Facade Oh. But I can do something better here. Because Pelipper is going to outspeed Incineroar, and I can just Wave Crash Lopunny, who is going down to it 100%. So Incineroar has to either die or run, and I get this KO on Lopunny. And now we find out if... Oh, well, we know all the Pokemon now. Yeah, so it's just Rotom in the back. So sacrificing Rotom will buy you a turn. Weather Ball. So I had 2 turns of Double Protect in this game, and one thing that was discussed with Joe was that I want to be proactive rather than passive, and while I think they were kind of the right choices, especially in the second instance where they had access to 2 fake outs, so they could get whatever they wanted out of the situation, I think in the next game I want to consider if there is a different play that I can make in a Double Protect situation that tries to press the advantage for me in kind of a safe manner. I should see what titles I have available other than Dragon Tamer, if anything. Oh, I might have Bug Catcher. I think, Breeder is not a title in here, which is unfortunate because I like the Pokemon, the sprite for the old Pokemon breeders, and that's what I use on Showdown. I would prefer that. Or Gentleman, which I haven't seen a way to get the Gentleman one either. So we've got Scovillain here. I'm going to lead with Dragonite. Because I can Hurricane, and I don't necessarily care if I'm burned, although that does lose me my multi-scale if I don't get hit first. I'm going to go Sneasler, because I need an answer for... So my 2 leads are both my answers for Archaludon, so I have to keep that in mind. 3 powerful physical attackers I will go with Incineroar, and I will bring Basculegion in the back. They may end up setting Rain for me with Pelipper, which will be highly to my advantage. Okay, so this is likely a Protect on Scovillain for try to get a speed boost on Moody. So I think I'm just going to put damage into Basculegion, because if I get rid of their Basculegion now, I don't have to worry about Tailwind Basculegion later if they have Aerodactyl in the back. I think Scovillain would be faster than me. Well, I'm max speed. I don't know about Scovillain's speed. Okay, so... Oh no, they got me. Wait, is this Rage Powder or just an attack? Okay, that's fine. So now they see what I want to do. So here's the question. Do they now switch Archaludon in for Scovillain, thinking that perhaps I want to go for the double over there and soak up the Dire Claw, and so that I get no damage. Basculegion, if they switch Archaludon into Basculegion, then my Dire Claw doesn't do anything, but yeah, I think he's likely flip turning out this turn. But I want to put the damage onto him. Oh, this is going to be Rage Powder. That's right. No Rage Powder. And he's slow. Did I just win? Is this Basculegion also slow? Basculegion is also very slow. Why is Basculegion slow? Is he like a Trick Romancer? And there goes my multi-scale. So I will go down to Draco Meteor if that happens. Okay, so that liquidation did over half damage. But if I lower his attack, the second one will not KO me, and I can put big damage into Archaludon. Well, it's going after me anyway, so it's not KOing me, but this is still the right play, I think. I also don't go down to a Draco Meteor, so it looks like they were going for the Electroshot into Dragonite, which I don't think would have KO'd me. Is that Focus Sash or just a Survival? Sturdy, okay. And so I assume Electroshot into... Oh, they still went Draco Meteor. Why did they switch in Pelipper? Pelipper didn't want to take a... Pelipper didn't want to take a Dire Claw either if I went for that again, or a... So anyway, So here they have a situation where they can switch Basculegion back into the Archaludon slot, but since I am using Fake Out on Pelipper, it doesn't matter. Oh, their Basculegion was slow because it's Swift Swim. I got it, so it's bulky with Swift Swim. That's fine. So I still get this out. But they don't realize that they're still going after my Sneasler because he is... My Sneasler has his double speed now. So I wonder if they're going to go for Tailwind on top of the Swift Swim. I maybe could have afforded to let Incineroar go down there, actually. Yeah, because you're not going to last respects into Incineroar. On the other hand, since you are slow, that means you're not choiced, which means you can switch to last respects now if you want, which would be less than desirable. They were so slow before. Am I faster than them with Choice Scarf now? That's a gamble. We'll get the attack drop for now. So with the attack drop and only one Pokemon down, I'm going to wager that they cannot KO Dragonite. Which means they must try to KO Incineroar. And I think I let them because we are not afraid of Pelipper, and if I Fake Out Pelipper this turn, I can Hurricane it next turn. Okay, and so I'm letting you have Incineroar here. Because I get Basculegion next turn. and Archaludon only has 1 HP. And Archaludon can only attack one of us, who he is going to be slower than, as long as I don't allow the Tailwind, which I'm not. They protected last turn. If they go for the double protect, I could lose, because I just don't know the calc on if Hurricane KOs Pelipper or not. In that event, though, Pelipper's physical defense is good. I'm going to Last Respects. If I get the KO... Okay, now I really think I made the right choice. As long as I get this... So all of my Pokemon are down now. This Last Respects has to KO with everybody down. Rain stops. He was sturdy, but I didn't think he was Choice Scarf. I guess he was slower than Sneasler, but faster than Dragonite, so that made it ambiguous. But it shouldn't have been, because my Dragonite speed is 152 and Archaludon's max speed is 150. So yeah, I should have realized he was Scarf. But that's why I wanted to, well, it's not why, but I felt like doubling into Pelipper was the right choice for a different reason, and it turned out to still be the right choice. So we've had a Scizor game and a Dragonite game. That's pretty good. Impero. Okay, so the immediate reaction to seeing Floette is this is a Scizor game, but we have to actually think through it beforehand. We can't just make assumptions. Now, Scizor is good into Sneasler, Floette, and Girafarig, so I do think that it actually is a Scizor game. They've got Talonflame for Tailwind, but Bullet Punch does not care much about Tailwind. They have Trick Room. I'm going to bring Basculegion and Incineroar again, I think, because I can intimidate Sneasler, Garchomp, or Basculegion. And so, if they lead with, like, Floette, I might get a Fake Out Swords Dance. Floette might protect, I Bullet Punch next turn. Or they could swap in Regiroth on the first or second turn to avoid Fake Out or Bullet Punch. So that's a main concern I have to be aware of. But actually makes me want to lead Incineroar instead of Sneasler, because that gives me Throat Chop on the board for Regiroth and Flare Blitz for Floette. Alright, it's going to be Talonflame Floette. And this is another kind of weird situation of what do I care about most. Because this could be a hard switch into Regiroth to stop the Bullet Punch, or to stop the Fake Out, or it could just be a Tailwind. And because of that, because Incineroar is not going down to anything other than, I guess, maybe Light of Ruin, I'm just going to Flare Blitz into Floette. I will let them have the Tailwind if that's what they're going for. Garchomp, not for a Giraffe, okay. Is this going to be a Protect from Floette? So since they have Tailwind, I'm inclined to believe that they don't have... I'm inclined to believe that they don't have for a Giraffe, so I'm going to play as if for a Giraffe isn't here. I'm going to look back at their team first and see what their other offensive choices are. Light of Ruin was not KOing me. And I could have just Bullet Punched you and KO'd you. There's always a chance that Garchomp could have something weird like Fire Fang. So I'm going to see if I can survive a turn and reposition, because Floette has to protect... Yeah, and there's no for a Giraffe here for sure. So you've got to leave, you've got to retreat next turn and something takes a Bullet Punch. There's a lot of damage. Now I wonder if I should be KOing Garchomp this turn, or... Because Garchomp is going to be... A Scarf Garchomp is going to be faster than my Basculegion. I think I have to make him respect Bullet Punch and just take the damage on something and go for a Wave Crash into Garchomp. Because if Garchomp's not Scarf and he protects and I double into him, then I am losing a lot of ground. Ooh, Sneasler could potentially go down to this. Yep, he's got Protect. Okay, Focus Sash. And see how that choice left me pretty far ahead, because I can just protect the Fake Out and get the damage into Garchomp that I wanted. I might need to get Basculegion out of here to deal with when Talonflame comes back, though. Okay, so this is where we see if you have Fire Fang or not, because why go for that? That was big damage. I would really love to not see a Fire Fang right now. That was a choice. So if Floette comes out, I can just do that turn again. Because if Talonflame comes out, Tailwind isn't going to save Garchomp. So I have a pretty big read to make here, because I want to switch Basculegion out to... I want to switch Basculegion out to Sneasler and protect on Scizor. But if he doesn't protect Garchomp and just goes for the Earthquake, and I feel like he's not going to... Yeah, I think he's not going to... With Talonflame next to him, I feel like he's not going to go for the Protect, because this is a hard read. It's a bad situation that I'm in. Okay, yeah, unfortunate, so I'll probably get hit by a Fire attack here. Okay, so no, because now I just get to Bullet Punch again, and he can't stop me from doing that. And then Floette comes in, and we both protect because he wants to get away from Bullet Punch, and then I Bullet Punch him the next turn, and then it's Sneasler and Basculegion versus Talonflame. You have to go for a double protect here, or switch into Floette. Now his way out here is if I double protect and he doesn't protect with Floette. Do I think that Talonflame goes down to adaptability? Do I think that Talonflame goes down to adaptability Aqua Jet? I think there's a good chance that it does. It's so strong. And so I'm going to attack into Floette this turn in case it doesn't protect. Because if I don't think I go down to Talonflame first of all, because I'm a very defensive. 2 turns of Tailwind left, unfortunately. But this way I get the KO on Floette either way. Either it protects this turn or next turn. Okay. And so now it has to take the Bullet Punch next turn, and then I get Aqua Jet on Talonflame. Okay, Brave Bird. So now you definitely go down to Aqua Jet. And you no longer have access to Gale Wings, which you get anyway because you'd already been faked out. So yeah, GG's, this is over. So yeah, this was a great start to the Master Rank journey. I'm very happy, very excited, very pleased. Mega Scizor, Mega Dragonite. Great synergy, good to go. So I think that actually went well because before the match I talked about instances where it seemed like double protect would be an easy choice, but it's kind of passive. And then I ended up actually finding a different play that turn than just going for double protect, especially that last 2 turns where I went for the attack into Floette to get the KO if it didn't protect. And then also, if it did protect, which is what I was expecting the whole time, I got the Bullet Punch with Scizor, but instead of double protecting there, I just made sure I had a chance. It was proactive because if he didn't protect, then I just get the Bullet Punch. So, yeah, I mean, I think the other player was in a bad situation there either way, but I'm happy. I got 3 wins in a row. Master Rank, let's go.